Jujutsu Kaisen. This was Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 178, Sendai Colony Part 5. Last we left off, it was just a big all-out brawl between Okkotsu and the other two sorcerers whose name have not really sunken into my brain yet. But Sky Lady and Pompadour Cannon, they're there. And he just summoned Rika finally. Oh boy!
Oh, she pulled up.
Yeah, she pulled up. And man, the other two sorcerers are shook. They're like, "What? He wasn't even using his full power?
What's that thing?"
Yeah. The Pompadour Cannon guy is like, "I don't get it. Okkotsu's own cursed energy is welling up again." Damn.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
What bullshit is this?
Yeah. Rika opens her chest, and outside of the abyss of her, I don't know, chestal cavity, an array of weapons just dangles down on these chains, and I'm like, oh my god! Okay. I'm like, oh my, how fucking beastly is Okkotsu, man? We get a breakdown of Okkotsu's techniques with Rika. Rika is Okkotsu's cursed technique and can store cursed energy for him. So she's basically like an MP restorer.
Yeah.
That pulls up. That can also fight you.
An external battery for your fucking phone. Like literally,
yeah.
like just that you could also beat somebody in the head with, and it
yeah.
can do it on its own without you needing to use it.
Yeah, and if you open it up, it's swords inside. There's like blades and weapons. While connected to Rika through his ring, the following is possible: cursed technique use, Rika's complete manifestation, and cursed energy supply from Rika. So Okkotsu picks out this fucking gauntlet thing. It looks like from the future almost. And he says, "All right, all I need is this one thing, because we're throwing hands for the rest of this fight."
Oh, so basically when he connects to Rika, then he could use his curse technique, which is the mimic ability.
Yeah. Well, we'll get there. So, yeah, I mean, they get it in. They jump up.
That's not a spoiler, technically.
No, not technically, because it happens immediately after.
Technically. Yeah, I kind of fucked up. Sorry, guys. But
after they spring into action, Okkotsu uses Inugaki, I think his name is. I could be wrong. I'm sorry. Inumaki. Shit. Am I fucking that up?
What's
the sound kid?
The cursed speech guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we just watched Jujutsu Kaisen 0. I should remember this kid's name, but I think it's Inumaki.
It's Inumaki, yeah.
Yeah. He uses his curse technique, which is the speech curse stuff. So, yeah, he says, "Don't move," and it freezes Sky Lady, and they just fucking put the beats on her, dude.
Bow, bow, bow. Yeah. Yo, they fucked her up. Something serious.
Dude. I just...
It's like two infighters. Mike Tyson and Ipo on the other side.
Dude, they're multi-piecing her. It's not even... It's crazy.
Purple blows.
Yeah, and she, like...
Give her a family piece.
Yeah.
Family bucket with 8 sides. 4 drinks. Mad biscuits.
So many biscuits, dude.
Mad biscuits, yo. Mad biscuits. Come on.
Dude, Pompadour Cannon is charging up, and he's like, "Hey now, you're way too soft now." He launches his Pompadour Cannon, but Okkotsu isn't scared at all. He jumps away using Rika. Rika blocks that shit, easy peasy.
Bare hands.
Yeah, and she got tight. She says, "That hurt," and she just rocks the fucking Pompadour guy, Inugori. Something Gori, I think his name is. Ishigori.
Like Ishigori?
I think it's Ishigori. But Brian, you could look that up. I don't know.
Please.
Yeah, Ishigori takes a good one to the face. Rika comes for more.
Rika-chan?
Yeah, Rika-chan goes for more, dude. She comes out of nowhere, tries to land a second hit, but Pompadour man just punches her back, which is surprising. Yeah.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, he said, I still got an appetite. That calls for an extra large helping. He's not scared. Good for him, man.
Yeah, fuck that. He's like, I don't fought monsters before.
Yeah.
He's just so tough. So.
Yeah, so Sky Lady is fighting against Okkotsu directly. Okkotsu seems to summon like little Rika heads. I
don't know what this was. We was talking about this after we seen the movie. Like, what, like, who's, like, maybe this was I thought that maybe it was the Ishigami kid.
Oh, he's making Shikigami. I'm sorry,
Ishigami, right?
Yeah,
is that was right?
He uses Shikigami. Like,
it literally said it right there.
Yeah,
Aaron,
I just noticed that.
His
Unless
name is
someone in particular.
Sorry, Brian.
His name is Ishigori.
Ah, yeah. And what's the lady's name while you're at it? I need to remember names.
Damn, I forget.
But yeah, Sky Lady is just like, oh my god, he's using his hair as a medium for new Shikigami, and she says that you Fujiwara are always in my way, which is apparently, as I'm reminded by the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie, that's the family that he's descended from. That's the famous sorcerer family that Okkotsu comes from, and Sky Lady has a beef with them. And we learn a little bit more about her thing. Is that the Sun, the Moon, and Star Squad is a group of assassins that pursue lives of selfless devotion in darkness, super edge, and forsaken of the right to bear a name. Yet that person gave me a name to execute me as a proxy for that person's crime of killing a member of the same clan. So I guess like these people don't really have names, but I guess Okkotsu gave her a name. Okkotsu's family member gave her a name, and that fucked her up with the squad, I guess, in some way. I feel like we'll get more about that later. But Okkotsu does something with slashes and stuff, and it cuts her up. They
say whose ability that is right there is Daruv's.
Oh yeah, he uses Daruv's cursed technique, which is trajectories of the Shikigami constitute, of Shikigami basically. Like he cut her up with Shikigami, and that's when they revealed that, like, if you don't remember from Jujutsu Kaisen Zero, Okkotsu's curse technique is copy. So he could basically use an innumerable amount of other people's cursed techniques, apparently. We don't know.
That's Panda's fist, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
No, the fist is a thing that he got from Rika. Like, it was an armor. It was like a gauntlet that goes across his whole hand, his whole arm.
Not bad.
It would be crazy.
A wild guess there. It made sense to me, but it wasn't glowing, so it made,
Yeah.
Real quick, I think her name is Uro Takako.
Uro.
That doesn't sound right, but I'll take your word for it right now. Because I know they do say her name in like previous chapters. But yeah. Okkotsu just still squares up with this lady. Ishigori's fighting Rika. And Okkotsu takes a moment to tell her, is like, I don't know what my ancestor did to you, but only living for yourself will get you so far. Well, and she's like, what? What are you talking about? You live for others. You don't need to be anybody special. Anyone who says that are people who have already achieved something. All right. I mean,
if you say so.
I guess.
We've all achieved something.
Yeah. Hey, take it down a notch. You got to love yourself, lady. You're at the sky right now.
Right. That's a huge achievement.
That's a big deal.
Pretty big deal. PBD.
PBD. So yeah, at that point, everybody just stops where they are, and then everybody's like, I think like Ishigori's doing like the Wolf of Wall Street thing where he goes, he's like pounding his chest.
Oh, is that what?
Yeah, because he keeps beating his chest. So I think like he's doing this weird Wolf of Wall Street thing.
Yeah. Bam, bam. Everyone's like, yeah. And
man, I feel like the remaining two fighters also felt like they knew what time it was. And then the chapter ends with all three of them simultaneously. Yeah. All three of them simultaneously activating their domain expansions. And that's where the chapter ends. Jeez Louise. Josh, What did you think about this chapter?
RGC.
Oh, yeah. Brian, what did you think about this chapter? Was this your RGC as well, Brian?
Yeah, RGC.
And it's mine. So we don't know what the audience voted is. So this is just going to be a unified, really good chapter of the week.
Unified RGC. Unified RGC. Unified RGC.
Yeah. Get into it, Josh. What did you like about this chapter?
Everything. Everything. Where did I begin? First of all, the movie was fucking dope.
Yeah.
It made this chapter... I read it before I watched the movie. And then I read it again today, and I was like, oh yeah, they love each other. I was reminded of how deep the love is. I mean, Kenjaku's former called him a womanizer.
Ghetto?
That's how serious it was. When he... anyway, I had no idea his ability was copy. No idea. So when I read this chapter initially, I was like, what? I was fucking out of my mind, because that's one of my favorite, concepts for an ability outside of, copy abilities, teleporting. I guess, I don't know. I'll get back to you with some more another time. But it just fits Okkotsu so well, man, because he's just like, this whole time I'm thinking, what separates him from Itadori? Because Okkotsu's this just raw powerhouse that's just been putting hands on people. But, and I was like, is that it? Is the only other thing is that he beats people up with a sword and Rika pulls up and beats people up too? There's gotta be more. And oh man, did we get shown more? Yeah. They completely turned the tables. I mean, his abilities. He got his cursed energy back. He felt them niggas out and said, "Let's get busy." The action was incredible. Oh man, I mean, he's not afraid. Listen, Gigi is not afraid to push boundaries. You see the way they fucked that woman up?
Yeah.
10 years ago, man, he wouldn't have did that. No, I'm joking, guys. There's actually a joke in poor taste. I don't think it's okay. Look. I'm gonna put it like this. They jumped her. You feel me? I ain't never see that shit before. Nothing in no comic, no TV show, movie. I mean, they tag team beat the shit out of this woman. And I mean, I guess Rika's a female too, but what does that really matter? She's actually a monster. So
yeah,
sex and gender, two different things, guys, right? Yep. Rika's gender is female, her sex is monster. This is a fun chapter, I can't wait. I mean, what was the climax here?
The domain expansion.
Domain expansion. What's Okkotsu gonna do? Like, I'm gonna copy something that makes me win for sure. That'll definitely hit you, whatever it may be.
I got the win domain. I win in this anything you do in this domain, I win at it.
That's how it works. That's how domains work, right? Like it's I win moves.
Basic. It depends.
Use a basket, counter it like the other guy.
It depends now, based on like the introduction of like ancient domains and how they work, where they're more like they're less battle focused and more they're like little challenges, but you get stuff like the current modern ones where basically if you're in a domain, anything you do in that domain is a surefire hit, and the only way to defend it is to block it or to, I guess, like create a domain within the domain that overpowers the other person's domain.
Okay, so it's not automatic death if you get hit. It's just
no, but it's very hard.
Hopefully you're durable enough.
You're getting
if
hit.
You're done, bro, I'm sure you'll be fine.
You're getting hit no matter what. You either better be able to block it or open your own domain that overpowers the domain you're in.
Yeah.
So that's how it works.
Who do you think's gonna have the strongest domain?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Okkotsu.
I mean, Okkotsu.
Okkotsu. Brian?
I think it's gonna be the Pompadour, dude.
You're an asshole, bro. You're an asshole.
I think so. He
Yeah.
has the highest cursed energy output out of everybody there.
Why do you do these things, bro?
Yeah. While we're at it.
Yeah, but you know
It's
he
just
doesn't.
the
You know what he
truth.
doesn't have the highest amount of love for his partner.
This is true.
Nothing stronger than love, bro.
Nothing. But
He loves that Pompadour more than,
life
this
itself.
guy loves Rico. That's for sure.
Mhm. Well, while we're here, Brian, what did you think about this chapter?
It was my RGC. It was an easy RGC for me this week.
Yeah.
This was just full of surprises. I also was not expecting him to whip out fucking Inumaki's curse technique. That was fucking sick when I saw that. I was like, what the fuck? He could do that too? That shit is so fucking busted.
It is.
It's insane that he has like a roulette of fucking curse techniques that he can just whip out. Like, he could probably use Gojo's curse technique too, if you think about it. This guy is... If he is capable of what I think he's capable of, then Gojo saying that this guy could surpass him is no shock.
That
Like,
makes-
it would be too fucking crazy. We still don't understand how his curse technique still works yet. It's not really explained. But my guess is that he can use the curse technique of people he loves.
Mm.
That's what I think. Because if you ever, because it makes sense that he would use Inumaki's because he loves his fellow classmates.
He does.
So, like him like in the movie, like Inumaki getting hurt. Well, I didn't watch the movie, but in chapter 0, like in the 0 prequel chapters, when they got hurt, he would go out to take out the people who fucking hurt his friends. You know, like even currently, he'd be like, "Yo, you hurt my boy. You hurt my boy. I'm gonna fuck your ass up." That's literally what he did. So it's like, I think that would make sense. I think it's in line with his character and his cursed energy to be able to use people's cursed techniques that he loves. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. Were those all your thoughts, Brian?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's a good catch, Brian. I actually didn't think about that. Because I was thinking about like what could be the conditions to set off copy, because it's not going to be that easy. This is Jujutsu Kaisen. Everything has rules. But
that was a really good idea, man.
yeah, yeah. Obviously, this was my really good chapter of the week as well. Another easy one. Jujutsu Kaisen is, I don't know, man. For me, the best new gen, like, of the manga that have come out. Pretty easy. Yeah, such a fantastic manga. I mean, the 3 domains simultaneously activating, I don't think we've seen that in the series yet, so we're going to find out pretty quickly who's the stronger, because I think based on the rules of the series, the assumption can be made is that the strongest domain is the one that's going to overtake the other 2. So that's going to be crazy. I also forgot about the copy technique. I also read this chapter before watching movie 0, and I had read 0 before. I have 0. I own 0. It's on my bookshelf right now. But I haven't read it in a long time, so I kind of forgot this little part, especially since like when he used Inumaki's curse technique, it was like 1 page. He didn't like do copy consecutively from there. So
Had the microphone, and I'm not gonna lie, I probably when I first read it, I probably just assumed he had a cursed object or something.
yeah,
I got from him like, oh yeah, this is in my family. You can use this if you want.
yeah. It is funny to see like how much in theory was retcon from 0, seeing as how it was like a one shot, and it grew into Jujutsu Kaisen and what it is now. It had a different title back then. I forget what it is now, but it wasn't Jujutsu Kaisen. So, you know, the stuff with Rika like coming back, and there's a lot of questions as to how Rika is back. But I think like we have to go into this with a little bit of a mind that Gege probably like retconned some things and made it maybe so Rika never left. but who knows? But yeah, I love this chapter so much. I mean, Jujutsu Kaisen is such a brutal, like very uniquely brutal manga for Shonen Jump.
Yeah.
The way they just like really get into it, and they do jump people, and there's no like pride in this story really, like no warrior's pride that you see in every other shonen manga.
Yeah.
They win by any means necessary. That is the series. It's one of the few series that legit give like vibes of life or death, all out. Don't fuck around. No trying to fight your opponent at their best. You take them down right now as soon as possible. Unless you're Okkotsu and you're trying to protect people, so you're like divvying up your power. But you know, there's that situation. But yeah, I mean,
everything's down to the T. You know that, he's holding back because of something that makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, it's not because he's just like, I'm having fun. No, Okkotsu's just like...
Hunter is like that. Every episode.
And you know what? I have no problems with that at all.
I don't have no problems with it. I'm just saying it's just so funny the different eras, like...
Yeah. But yeah, fantastic series. I mean, I don't really have much else to say. Everybody read Jujutsu Kaisen. For the love of God, do it.
For the love of God.
Yeah, that's all I had to say. It was a big action chapter, so all we can do is comment on how amazing the fucking action is.